Blackrock ETF could easily make Bitcoin reach a price of $250,000 or more within the next 24 months. Buy Bitcoin searches on Google surged 826% in the UK alone. Spot ETF excitement hits mainstream according to Google Search Analytics. Speculation mounts as Blackrock Bitcoin ETF will get the green light. They are lying to you about the Blackrock ETF. We're going to break down the actual search results on Google for what is actually happening. And you may not like what I'm about to tell you because you are being lied to, and it stops today. We are uncovering the facts. Let's get to it. If you're new here, welcome in. My name is Steve. On this channel, we take no paid ads, no paid sponsorships, no paid affiliate links down below. We cover the cold, hard facts. Hit that subscribe button, put a thumbs up on this video. Let's get into it. As we said at the start of the video, there's already rampant speculation of a dramatic price increase in Bitcoin of $250,000 or more. Some people calling for a $500,000 Bitcoin, some people calling for $1 million Bitcoin from this ETF approval. But what is actually real? Are search results actually going up on Google? What are the actual analytics saying? And when we look at it, and when we look at the actual chart of what is happening for interest over time for the Bitcoin ETF, and we're going to look at what was Bitcoin doing when we had this spike increase, what was Bitcoin doing when we had this spike increase, as well as this one, and this one. And again, you may not like what I'm about to tell you, but these are the cold hard facts, and you are being lied to. Let's get into the article for here. Search results for buy Bitcoin in the UK. We also have many articles about this excitement with the Blackrock ETF and the proposed approval. But let's get into the facts, because we didn't just start getting this Bitcoin ETF hope and hopium. These search results aren't just spiking today. They have been spiking for years. This is not new news. Bitcoin ETF has been a buzz for years and years and years. I mean, don't take my word for it. Look at the facts in front of you. The big spike started in March 2017. Well, what was happening in March 2017 for Bitcoin? Here, back in March 2017, we were in this sort of phase with Bitcoin where the absolute buzz in Bitcoin was really picking up steam. The hopium was real, and Bitcoin's price was really at that breaking point. We were here in Bitcoin's price about to break our previous all-time high from 2013. It had been many, many years of battling with Bitcoin, and we were about to break that barrier and unleash the floodgates. But did we have a Bitcoin ETF approval here? Hell no. Was there a whole bunch of hopium and speculation that is what was going to cause a price surge? Absolutely. I mean, look no further than the article right here. We have an article from 2017, February 21st, 2017. Bitcoin has rallied over 1,000% since somebody filed that ETF. So they're already pointing to, hey, this is why price surged. The ETF is about to be approved. That was real in 2017. Does that sound familiar? That's the exact hopium in the lies that they're feeding you today. They were saying, oh, this is why Bitcoin's price surged. Recently, it's, hey, Bitcoin rose to 35,000 because of the ETF speculation. What? That's not true in the slightest bit, and we have all sorts of facts to back that up. But this is a real article from 2017. Again, 2017, we were in this phase of the market. We were about to make a new all-time high for the first time since November of 2013. So as we look at what happened next, Bitcoin had another surge and another peak interest here, back in the glory days of December 2017. What was Bitcoin doing back in December 2017? We had that first spike here, and we had that next spike here. After Bitcoin had surged a tremendous rally, one of the biggest rallies in recent memory for Bitcoin. We were at this new all-time high. We had reached almost $20,000. There was worldwide interest for the first time in Bitcoin. It was a global phenomenon, and even Grandma Betty was picking up the phone and calling you and telling you about buying Bitcoin. she was also mentioning the hype about the ETF and how if this ETF got approved, oh my God, we're going to reach $100,000 Bitcoin, $500,000 Bitcoin, $1 million Bitcoin. This was real in December 2017. The articles were everywhere speculating that the ETF was about to be approved and we are soon going to be at $100,000 Bitcoin. Keep in mind that hopium started here and they said that's why Bitcoin had this huge rise was the ETF. And then they said, oh, here, when we topped, that the ETF was about to be approved and it's going to spike Bitcoin to $1 million Bitcoin, $500,000 Bitcoin. Take a look. We have another article from 2017. Bitcoin's price hits a 6 weeks high as traders await an ETF decision. Again, all of this price surge with Bitcoin, the media was completely lying to people, saying the ETF was about to be approved, it's going to be approved, and that is what sent Bitcoin through this entire parabolic move. But little did they know that was the absolute top of the market. And little did they know there would be no ETF approval. And little did they know we could fast forward all the way 6 years later and we would still be having the same exact discussions. Let's look at the Bitcoin chart again. This is pure cold hard facts from the Google Trends. You can look for it yourself. We even have what regions are searching for it. We have a breakdown, but we've got the chart right in front of us. The next spike happened here back in August of 2018. Again, we started that hopium back here. They said that was the thing that made Bitcoin rise in price. They said it again here, and we were met with this resistance at the same level. But it was a bit different in August 2018. We can go back to the chart and look at the facts. August 2018, we were here. And if you remember, if you've been following our channel for a long time, we made a lot of videos at this time. And we were about to have a 3-day death cross. And we called for it in many, many videos. And we said, simply put, Bitcoin is probably going to plummet by at least 30 or 40%, and we're probably going to go all the way down to our 200-week moving average. The high majority of people at the time disagreed with us. They said it's not likely. We're about to have an ETF approval. We really picked up the steam here. We knew it was the top there, but we didn't quite have the ETF. We're going to have it now, and that is what's going to put Bitcoin to a $100,000 coin. But again, if you follow our channel, we just talk about the facts, which is why you just hit that subscribe button. We just talk about the facts here, and we had a 3-day death cross that happened right here at this precise candle. And when we had the 3-day death cross, Bitcoin's price plummeted to everybody's surprise, except our channel. We fell down to the 200-week moving average, which is what we said was likely to happen with a 3-day death cross. We don't have a crystal ball, but Bitcoin had a 3-day death cross back here. It was the same move that we plummeted from here down to here. It was the same exact move, which again, if you follow our channel, we had a 3-day death cross from here. We covered it on our channel, and that's what made us plummet here. Same exact move every single time. But the hopium is real, and the media was leading everybody into an absolute bloodbath. They said, hey, the ETF's about to be approved. You know, we had this little plummet in price here, but we're going back to 100,000, 200,000, 500,000, million. They lied to everybody again right before we had a huge plummet in price. But let's look at the storyline here, because things started to really heat up in this ETF approval with this spike here. February 2021, the most widely speculated Bitcoin ETF in history, the most search results, the most articles was February 2021. It was real. The hope was real. And we had Bitcoin right here in February 2021, which was our market cycle top. The most hopium in the Bitcoin ETF, the most hype. They were saying it's about to be approved, that so many different companies were filing and it's going to be approved. There was interviews with people who would approve the Bitcoin ETF. There was all of this speculation, all of this hope. But what happened? What happened? It was the same thing as December 2017. Almost 4 years later, here we were with another market cycle top, right at the most level of hopium with the Bitcoin ETF. All the articles around the world saying it's going to happen. This is about to happen. The hope was real, but that was the market cycle top. I mean, we're looking at the cold hard facts. And then what happened? Here, the decisive part, October 2021. It was an absolute pandemonium with the Bitcoin ETF hype. It reached levels that were unseen on planet Earth. It was everywhere. Even Grandma Betty was calling you up, telling you need to buy Bitcoin because this ETF is going to send Bitcoin to 250,000 easily. Okay, Grandma Betty, let's take a look at the chart. Well, we were right here, November 2021. That's when it reached its absolute pinnacle point where the hope was really, really real. You could feel it. Everybody was talking about it. What happened? That was our market cycle double top. We had incredibly strong bearish divergence and Bitcoin plummeted. Bitcoin did the exact opposite of the lies they were telling you. They were telling you crypto ETF could launch Bitcoin price to 20,000 in 2019. Wow, 20,000 Bitcoin in 2019 because of the ETF? Let's take a look at 2019. Oh, here's 2019. We reached 14,000. Really? I thought they said 20,000 in 2019. These are the lies they're feeding you. I mean, when we look at it and we look at what's happening with Bitcoin and we see Bitcoin's price hits all-time high after this ETF debut. So everybody was filing these ETFs and they were saying that is why Bitcoin is going to reach an absolute parabolic number. Everybody's filing their ETF. One of them's got to get approved. Everybody was hoping. All the news articles around the world were just simply lying to you, having you buy in at the absolute worst time. Right before this crash, right before this crash, right before this crash, right before this crash. Every single one of the top search results in Bitcoin with the most ETF garbage was right before enormous crashes of at least 50%. This crashed by more than 50%. This crashed by more than 50%. This crashed by more than 50%. And this crashed by more than 50%. Every single time we had a huge spike. So what's happening now? What's happening now is we're in this new phase yet again. This information that's right here, according to the absolute facts, it says that this value that we have right here in front of us, according to October, is incomplete. We don't have enough data yet to make this official. So this is incomplete data saying that we broke out of this resistance zone that started back here. And it had here, and even this pivot point here, and even this pivot point back here. This has been our resistance zone for years. We only broke through twice, which happened to be both tops of the market, first top and double top. And again, it's showing incomplete data, but it's showing that we may very well have just broken through this cycle, which again leads me into where we're discussing. If you look at where there was the most hope, it was right before enormous crashes in the market. Don't feed into their lies. The ETF had nothing to do with the move from back here all the way up here. It never got approved and Bitcoin still reached an all-time high. Guess what? We had no Bitcoin approval here and we reached another all-time high. Bitcoin is going to reach yet another all-time high, and it will not be because of the ETF. The facts are in the charts. Don't feed into their lies. Share this video, hit that thumbs up, subscribe. I'll see you right back here on the next video. Do you want less stress and more success in crypto? Click this video right now.